Welcome back to Game Point Sports.
Yeah.
I'm Robbie the Rocket. I'm him. Good night.
Hey, this is SIBO, you know.
Hey, he back in action. He back with the crew. No fingerprints.
No.
We in the house. It's Game Point. Fired up Friday, man. We time to get fired up, man. We got the people in the house. Like we say, we got SIBO, Robbie the Rocket, Good night. Man, we backing on the attack, man, and ready to break backs like that old school play that we be playing every once in a while. But, you know, we going to keep it moving and grooving.
Ooh,
so,
getting good with that.
so let's talk about it, man. Jump right into it, man. Sports is in full effect, you know. NFL season, it's the off season, but ain't no season like the off season in the NFL. You know, that season's always on. You got big things going on every day. But hey, let's open up on a serious. Go ahead. Let's open up on a serious note.
Hey,
Friday.
We fired up.
Friday.
I get a chance to do this.
Come on, man.
Right now.
You can get to that. You can get to that later.
You can get
with the
We're gonna turn it like that.
You
But
can
now, we
get
fired up.
that. You can get that. You can get that.
We got SIBO in here, man. We got your.
You can get that. You can get to that later.
Boy.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get on a serious note real quick and just talk about Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner, who's missing in action. She's out in Russia. They say they caught her with some vape with some hash in it.
Say it right. Don't say no hash. Say it right.
No, it said hash. They said hash.
She got caught with
got some
vape.
oil.
They said
in
hash.
there,
She could have had a cigarette vape.
She got some oil in there, man. You can't be having no oil.
They said she had some. They said she had some hashish oil.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but how do you feel about that she's still out here and we have not made as a country, not as a community, but I still feel as a community, I'll bring that up. But how do you feel as a country that there hasn't been more to say about one of their own that has not been addressed? She's been out there for like the last month.
Yeah, she been out there for the last month.
We just found out a couple days ago.
Russia just put it out like recently.
But she ain't got no mama, she ain't got no girl, she ain't got nobody that said, hey, she ain't get on the plane with us.
It's time to, when they cut contacts, they cut. Hey,
Come on, man.
I don't know.
They got her at the airport. That means everybody else was on the plane but her. Ain't none of them know that she didn't make it on the plane.
Maybe she left by herself.
No, that's not how that worked, man. She in the league.
No, but she's in the Rush. She's playing for the Russian league at this point, or at a team.
So what? She get to go home and nobody else?
They might have all left at different times. She might have had to hang out and get the hashish oil before she left.
Telling me, yeah, that's but hold on. Yeah, let's say she did. First off, I don't think she brought it to Russia. Mm-hmm. So she got it in Russia. Mm-hmm. And then if she coming back, ain't nobody know for 3 weeks that she ain't making home? That was a horrible.
Something's wrong in it. Something is definitely
the ball. Somebody dropped the ball.
Oh,
I'll say this.
The ball's dropped.
And the word on the streets, y'all go. Some people gonna love you for saying this. Some people gonna hate me for saying this. But I gotta say it because it was funny to me. They said if your boy Trump was president, she'd be back home right now.
Nah. Negatory.
This is what I will say.
We gonna switch.
No, hold on.
They might want some people that we got in our custody and for her.
I mean, that's like saying if Obama was office, she'd be home by now.
He ain't got to. Remember we said out there behind the scenes.
Obama threw the bag at you.
But we said it behind the scenes though.
What'd he say?
Putin got and Trump got some shit going on. They partners, right? So yeah, and I mean, she'll be home.
I don't think.
She'll be home. She'll be there like we just look. We contradict ourselves. We just say that that's his homeboy, and you don't think she'll be home.
I don't think that's his homeboy.
I
think that's his little flunky, man. I think Putin got Trump to do whatever he needed him to do.
Right now, I'm not saying nothing. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me, y'all, because I don't want to hate me. Don't hate me like a slave in the country. No.
I mean, I just think in general, I think there's enough people in her community, in her industry, in the industry, which is, professional basketball, that, there could be a lot more noise made about it. And when you make that noise, then you get the presidents involved. I don't think Trump was the one who told us that the Ball brothers got in trouble. We told him. I don't think, when we had other people out there, I think ASAP Rocky ASAP Rocky got stuck somewhere? Yeah, we told them. Like, we are telling them. And just like I think the community should have said something about Brittany, man. Even though she don't need to be bringing no oil out there, man.
Man,
she don't need no oil.
Bring Brittany back, man. Whatever y'all got to do.
Listen, have you ever seen Locked Up and Abroad? Or
I've seen.
Listen,
I haven't seen the Russian.
Nah, yeah. Period. Once you leave the States, somebody got flogged. Like we had to watch as a country. Like another country whipped another dude from America with a whip. From like a distance and let it go all the way over to him like Indiana Jones style, and we had to watch that because that's how their country was moving around, and that's what I'm saying. Like you leave the States, and that's what I think. A lot of people be local. When you leave the country, you gotta check not just your bags, but your thought and ideology of how other countries move around. At the gate.
and that's definitely facts.
And that's including bringing oil. You can't be bringing the oil.
No, that's real talk. We're foreigners. We're not locals. We're not citizens. We're foreigners. That's like us going. They coming in here bringing something. They gonna go to jail. We going.
Hey, but listen though,
it's obviously not her first time doing it.
Listen, ain't nobody taking Brittany cornbread out there. I can tell you that. Now, she ain't. I bet you she. Hold on. That's Brittany.
That is Brittany. Now I don't know, man, because there's some. Them Russian chicks, man.
You see, baby?
Some of them Russian chicks.
She's strong in the shoulders.
I see her, man. If I look at her at a certain angle, I'm like, damn.
But she's solid. She's solid. All I'm saying is she gonna eat her own cornbread. Like she ain't gonna have no problem with her cornbread. Hey, Brittany, shout out to Brittany. Hey, man, stay safe, man. Let's keep doing your push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Eat all the cornbread. Just keep doing.
You want to go get the weight room?
Gonna be all right.
I mean, but hey, we gotta bring Brittany back. You gotta free Brittany, man. That's like. And that's like real talk, man. That's real talk. America, do what you got to do. I mean, it could be a hoax. It could not even have been oil. We going through this thing with Russia. It's all kind of funny business that may be going on right now.
She ain't even in all of the camera, man. They ain't got a camera for her. Like you are not. What's they gonna do? Like, this is what Brittany said when she got in there. She said, I'm not locked up in here with y'all. Y'all locked up in here with me.
You think
you gotta deal with me.
She, what they call it on 60 Days In. She's the pod boss.
Yeah, she's the pod boss.
She's the pod boss. Shouts out to Brittany, man.
She gonna have all the noodles.
Champion with
we praying on you, man. Prayers go out to Brittany.
With the Phoenix.
That's shouts out. Prayers go out to her. You know what I'm saying?
We move right on to another serious thing, man. Before we get to the big news, let's talk about Deshaun Watson, man. They dropped all the criminal charges on him. I mean, they didn't drop them; they were never filed. So therefore, it's only civil things that's going on. So, what team you think gonna pick him up? Well, I mean,
Go ahead.
Let me just say this.
Rico
First
Suave.
off,
I'm gonna call you Rico Suave tonight. That's Rico Suave.
Hey, but listen, I'll say this though. If y'all ain't putting them charges on me, man, I got an issue with all of last year. Y'all made me sit out all of last year. I got a situation about that if I was Deshaun. Like, hold on, y'all can't just come in here and just have me sitting the whole season, messing up my whole stock, and you ain't even put up no criminal charges. Like, you gonna have to come with the charges at this point. You can't just have me sit and be like, nah, never mind, I'm cool. We was at sight, ways out.
I mean, he got the money though.
Nah, I mean, y'all go
Look,
he did get the money.
Look, well, you say that?
They did
earlier today when I seen that, I was like, did he pay them motherfuckers off? That was just too quick, too much. And all of a sudden, the charges just dropped.
No, hold on. Hold on.
Hold on. I mean, you say you got the money.
But what you're saying is, you're not speaking the truth and true facts. This is something that's been going on for a long time.
Okay.
This wasn't just. They say, "Oh, we're not going to file charges."
Okay.
They've been.
So why did they
hold on, man. Okay. They've been investigating this for a while. It just wasn't no overnight type thing. Yep. They've investigated it. It went to a grand jury and all that, and then the grand jury decided not to indict. So it's not just one day.
It was a waste of time.
Hey, man, it happens. Hey,
so somewhere down the line, somebody got something for that to just be. Look, we've been talking about this
criminal and
civil. 2 years.
Criminal and civil is two different things.
But what I'm trying to tell you, brother, something today was like, like something today said, look, I was getting emails watch. They was like, watch, Deshaun Watson ain't gonna get the criminal charges. I was like, why did they waste our time in making that man bad?
But this is what I'm saying is that this is what we had, I think, as a fan society, how empowered we feel like you said, that's not even, I can't even be mad at you for saying that because you look at it, you wasted our time. Imagine Deshaun Watson, man. Imagine what your life looked like the day that it came out. You've been sitting for the last year and some change, and these people done got you. Like, he can't go to the store and go grab a little Red Bull. They're gonna be like, get away from my daughter, get away from us. Like for the last year.
I'm gonna tell y'all both this right now. You can't re-respect somebody. If you don't respect nobody, you can't re-respect him. As long as you lose respect for a person, you can't re-respect him. So I lose respect for you. How can I come back around and say,
I'll say this. I've had some people
respect the person
where just they would talk and I'd be like, man, I don't respect the way you communicate. But they got hands, and I'm like, okay, I respect you now.
No,
I respect you because of the hands.
I'm not saying that.
I'm just saying that's a way. I would say, hey, look, I like your tone. I respect the hands, and I respect
but I'm saying, okay.
Wherever you put the hands, I respect you. At least that motherfucker.
But you know what I mean? Like, okay, if you lose respect for a person, it's hard for you to really start respecting them again. Like, it's no way you can.
I mean, I think you can, especially if it's charges that have not been substantiated. And I think in this case, there was not like something that they can put out there and be like, yeah, this was substantiated. We're just gonna say it ain't what it was. They're basically saying they didn't really have a case. And it's like, if that's what's happening.
Remember that boy had the case, them girls had them case on? That's what you're gonna remember. You're gonna remember Deshaun Watson like he think is the superstar, the top of the line Pro Bowler. You're gonna remember him breaking them, or they say
hold on. He's not. I'm not gonna remember anything.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna remember he went through a little ordeal, and he went through a little ordeal. You might have to pay a little bit of money, but the man's free, man. Let him do what he want to do. Let him do what he want to do. Let him play. Let Deshaun cook, like they say.
Yeah, but Deshaun was a clean kid for everything else that we've seen. So when you have that many allegations, what a tarnish on that young man's name, man. Remember these dudes are still kids, man. These are really kids, and you can't have 27 and then none of them stick. Like, what does that mean?
Well, we're talking about criminal and we're talking about civil, though.
I mean, then tell me something happened.
And all 22 cases didn't go for criminal investigation. There was only like 10 of them.
I mean, he probably touched somebody's booty. I'll say that. He did. But I mean, we're going to stop saying that that's bad. Like, man, stop. Let him touch the booty, man. Like, he probably did. He probably did touch the booty.
No, he did.
In the big scheme of things,
didn't nobody say nothing until somebody put him up to it.
Now, I mean, he gotta let it go. You can't just hold the booty. You can touch it or something and just be like, hey, I didn't like you touching my booty, but you can't just not let it go. That's it. And that's what we gotta debate. Now, did you let it go?
I mean, we don't know what Deshaun. All I'm saying,
What team was he going to?
22 cases. 22 cases.
It's a lot of cases.
Something happened. Something was going on.
You touched somebody.
What team he's going to? I'm thinking he's going to either Seattle or Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, huh?
Yep.
I like that. I like it.
Where y'all think he going?
I like that idea, Tampa Bay. I mean, did we throw the Steelers in there?
Pittsburgh's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, did we throw the Saints in there?
No. Look. You saying all the ones that we really go. I mean, it's only Seattle is the ideal if we thought like we had to put some money on it. But I still see him in Tampa Bay. I don't know why. I don't know what it is.
Tampa Bay is still a good team.
Tampa Bay got all the pieces for him.
They got a lot of pieces.
But Seattle was the ideal because of Russell.
I mean, if you had a choice to go to Seattle or to go to Tampa, you're going to probably slide to Tampa, though.
I would go to Tampa.
Just, you got climbing. You got a team that's basically set to win. It's a good look, I would say. So, I mean, I do like the idea of it. But, I mean, Pittsburgh is I don't know. There's some teams out there. We'll have to see.
I mean,
we'll see.
I think he's definitely going to be on the move now. Somebody's going to take that. I mean.
And he's going to be playing mad, too. I'll be angry.
The dude is nice, man. I mean, I'm surprised, I'm surprised Robbie ain't talking about, we want him out there in Frisco. You know what I'm saying? But he don't like Deshaun Watson. He think he's overrated. You know what I'm saying? You think he's overrated. But how many times have you said it though?
Hey, nothing. We gonna get you to the point.
How many times have you said it?
You feeling yourself so bad. Man. What? Our time is coming to talk about your thing.
I think you need that. We need to hear it. That's a good look.
I mean,
we're talking football.
Like you said. I don't respect you. He's never shown me nothing.
Okay.
Deshaun Watson?
Nothing.
You see, this is what I listen to.
No. I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh, Deshaun Watson ain't showed you nothing.
He's not in Mahomes.
I'm questioning what Mahomes is right now.
No. So you're saying Deshaun Watson is better than Mahomes and Lamar Jackson right now?
I mean, I'm questioning.
No. I even go. No. Hold on. Let me rewind. Before we get there.
No, because
Dak Prescott or Watson.
No, listen.
Dak Prescott or Watson.
Listen, man. You like to ask questions. You like to answer my question, and then you like to ask another question. And to answer your question, he is on par with Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson.
Like I said, I'm gonna let y'all answer y'all questions. Let me rewind it. Dak Prescott or Watson?
I don't really respect.
I didn't want to use the other ones. I want to use Dak Prescott or Watson. Right now.
I don't respect Dak.
Right now.
Yeah, I'm not taking Dak.
Hey, on the comments, if y'all watching, Dak Prescott or Watson. That's all we got to ask.
It's going to be quiet because ain't none of them going to tell you what Dak has done.
But he better than Watson.
Why?
Where?
What have Watson done?
What has Dak done?
What have Watson done?
What has Dak done?
That wasn't.
I'm just asking you, what has Dak done?
He done more than Watson.
What? Tell me.
None of them. They both trash to me.
Okay.
But
I got. So we speak to the comments. Johnny Doe says 22 cases speaks volumes. I'm with you on that, Johnny Doe. He's speaking on.
Yeah, Johnny Doe.
Mr. GG says, man, we'll take him in Denver. I would have took him in here. I would have took him here.
Oh, we ain't got to worry about that.
We don't have to. Michael Thompson says,
talk about that?
Hell yeah, he was right there with him. Gotta elaborate. Sometimes reading the comments.
Hey, and shout out to everybody that's commenting on this, like, sharing, and posting anything that we got going on here.
Like, share.
I think this is good debates that we have on a Friday. What kind of Friday is this?
Fired Up Friday.
Fired Up Friday. So,
Friday.
Hey, wherever y'all at right now, and y'all just taking a look at this, put your comments in here. Say what you need to say. Allow us an opportunity to be able to expand on that a little bit, man. Shout out.
We are nothing without the comments, and it's like, share, comment, repeat, retweet, do it all again. Hit that subscribe button, and keep on riding with us here at the AHRR Network, especially with Game Point Sports. We in it to win it, but let's keep
getting good with that.
Let's keep it moving though. Deshaun Watson, I'm not in agreement with. I think he showed me a lot. I don't know.
I think Deshaun is solid, man. I think, but again, this is a year later, so, it's always interesting to see not just a year later, but what scheme are you going to put him in? And that's another thing as well, too, that you can go to a team that may be the financial opportunity for you, but may not be a scheme that they're willing to work with you. We're seeing that with Fields over there in Chicago. Clearly, that coach did not know how to start that young kid. And if we know Fields he could throw the rock and he could run. But if you got a coach that doesn't understand that about you, that could be something as well. And I think that a lot of it's to still be determined.
A wrong scheme could definitely the wrong scheme could definitely put you.
So there's still a lot to be determined.
Can derail your career. Michael Thompson says Watson is just as good as every quarterback that you mentioned.
Yeah.
When? But he haven't showed you, T-Bone.
And he also says he's better than Dak. And
he don't like the Cowboys.
That's not mobile though. You gotta understand that's not mobile no more.
What up?
That's not mobile.
I don't like Dallas.
That's not mobile.
What up? Says Deshaun is better than Dakota. He has the intangible of champions and the will to win.
Yeah, Dak's not mobile no more. You got to actually understand.
I'm not a Dak Prescott.
No. We're just saying that to compare them, they got to at least be yoked on that in that aspect that you can throw and run. And I don't really think that Dak is in a position to run no more. Clearly, we've seen what happened when he ran the last play of the Cowboys season.
Let me tell you something about Dak. And Dak, right now, they're restructuring his contract. Because they already know they overpaid him.
They need to restructure his knee.
They were desperate. They were desperate to get a quarterback there and keep a quarterback there. So Dak is not even in.
Who's the backup at Dallas?
Wait, Dalton. No.
Oh yeah, the redhead,
Andy Dalton.
Yeah, he's sad.
All I would say is, hey, I want to see Deshaun Watson out here playing again. He's not facing no criminal charges. Somebody make a move so we can see what he's doing. Pay what you got to pay. Pay these ladies off, man. Let's move on, man. Let's get back to his career. Get back to.
They don't pay these chicks nothing, man. Hey. I'm so tired of these chicks getting paid off for just bringing up stuff. They be named, be all blanked out in the news. Shout out Chris Brown for having them texts. I see you, Chris Brown. He had the text on him. He pulled the text out and he pulled the phone recording. Like, stop paying these girls, and they gonna keep doing it.
Will Fill 'em Up says Dak is the black Kirk Cousins. Definitely overrated. Just like
you like that.
Just like Kirk Cousins. Steve Fentz says, is Russell Wilson going to elevate the Broncos?
There it is. He was holding off on it.
You hit it
right. Great segue.
You hit it right because that's the big news that's going down.
Let's go
right now. One of the big news. You got Russell Wilson, 9-time Pro Bowler, 1-time champ, 2 times in the Super Bowl. Walk in and get you 10 wins every season. So the last year where he was hurt is moved on to the Broncos.
What does that do? And I'm asking you this respectfully as a Broncos fan, right? What does that change for the Broncos? What is the expectation now for the Broncos now that you all have this or nothing? What is this?
This is AFC West Championship.
Okay.
AFC Championship.
Y'all gave up a lot, though. You can't just say AFC Championship.
We did give up a lot.
Gave up a lot.
But who's to say?
No, hold on. Say that louder.
AFC Championship in a few years.
You serious? You serious?
AFC West Championship.
You serious?
He's 33, so I don't. You
serious? Hold on.
Like
keep going.
Okay, but I'm just listening. You talk to us. Talk to us. This is your team, brother. Talk to us.
We're a quarterback away.
Okay.
Everybody feels we're a quarterback away. I feel we're a quarterback away.
But that Noah Fant hurt because, y'all need a good tight end.
We got Okawebana. And for all the announcers that can't pronounce his name, Okawebana is our backup tight end who's better than Noah Fant. Noah Fant's a one-trick pony. All he can run is a fly route. He can't do this. You can't shake him and bake him. All you can run is a fly route. Can't get open.
So you saying you glad you got rid of Noah?
Go ahead and can't block either. So go ahead, Noah Fant, get up out of here. Shelby Harris, we gonna miss you. But we might.
What does that do for the free agent market for the Broncos? Who are y'all looking for now?
Who's looking for us is the question. That's what happened. That's what happened. That's what happened. We have a Super Bowl caliber quarterback who's looking for y'all. Peyton Manning come. Hey, no, hold on. Peyton Manning came to the Broncos. Free agents were looking for us. Tom Brady went to the Bucks. Free agents were looking for them. For him. So now you have this kind of quarterback. Bring them on.
But I get that. So you can have a series of free agents put they hat in the ring. But what position makes the Broncos better in free agency now that you have Russell Wilson?
We need a right tackle. And we need to bring back a edge rusher or two. So Von Miller, if you want to come back, I see you tweeting. I see you doing your thing. We'll welcome you back. Chandler Jones, we'll take you here. We'll take you here. And we all right, man. We ain't got many moves. We got 3 young, talented receivers. You got a young, talented tight end. All these dudes is looking for
Russell Wilson. I don't want to cut you off. Russell Wilson couldn't win with DK Metcalf and Lockett. They damn sure can't win with the receivers y'all got. Facts.
Hold on. Russell Wilson.
Facts.
Russell Wilson.
Somebody read about facts.
Russell Wilson is just now leaving a defensive-oriented team to where they want to run the ball more,
Facts.
Now he's coming to play with Nathaniel Hackett, who is supposedly an offensive genius. He's going to let Russ cook.
Facts.
I mean, that is still open for debate.
Facts.
We don't know because, you got a new coach, right? What are they going to do?
I don't care what you can't convince me.
We're going to let Russ cook.
We talking, y'all must have never
let me get Michael.
I went to you. I played receiver in college on a scholarship. I'm telling you right now, that them receivers on Seattle is way better than the trash y'all got here.
Yeah, you're right. Say what you say. Say what you say. That's your facts.
That's facts.
That's your facts.
That's facts.
And we already know about your facts.
That's facts.
Your facts is no
true
facts. Your facts is no facts.
That's
I find the whole facts on co-facts with your facts.
That's true facts.
You said they co-facts?
I said his facts is no facts.
You said they co-facts.
I said his.
Somebody pinned that. He said they co-facts. I might have to use that.
Y'all receiver ain't better than our one receiver we got on the liner.
Man, listen, man. That's just your opinion. And
Russell Wilson can win with them 2 receivers. He damn sure can't win with y'all got right now.
Say what you say, man. Michael Thompson says with the Broncos, baby. Steve Finch says we expect a championship every year out here. That was to say your question of what the Broncos can do. I mean, what do you expect from the Broncos? Championship.
I just wanted you to say it, and you did, man. I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed. You wouldn't just say it.
Michael Thompson said we're going to beat the Bay. 85 Toyota SR5 says Albert O ain't better than Fed, but he'd definitely be successful. I disagree.
Hey, listen. First off, there's a lot of there's some quarterbacks in the AFC West right now. Now, none of them made the playoffs except for Mahomes, but there are a lot of quarterbacks in the AFC West right now, and that does leave for a lot of, I would say, great games. What a season to walk into, where basically anytime y'all playing a divisional game, you basically looking at something where you should have some shootouts. And I mean, if you pull up at Oakland in Sin City, come on, man, that's a fun division right now. I will say that. Now, I will say the AFC West right now, that's a fun looking, on paper, that's fun. That's a fun looking one because you got a bunch of slingers. You have a bunch of teams that are looking to move to that next level. And really, at this point, Mahomes has got to be able to show that he can really establish himself as what everybody's touted him as after his first ring.
Thanks.
So that's a lot of proving ground for the AFC West, and that's fun to watch.
Hey, I can't wait.
I'll give you that. So shout out to everybody AFC West. If you're a Broncos fan, y'all should been on here posting your comments and your opinions and what you think about your team, because this is big news, man. That's just not something y'all should be sitting at the house
trade. 2 number ones,
watching snowfall on it.
2 number ones, 2 number 2s, and a 5th round and 3 players.
Yeah, we got some number ones. We're doing all right in that department.
And we got all we got is Russell Wilson. We got Russell Wilson and a 4th.
And y'all got Sierra too.
Hey, you take it. She's a new.
She gonna definitely have. I think the promotion and nightlife a little bit more up to. And I'm not taking it. Shout out to all the promoters out there. Y'all doing what y'all doing. Taking nothing away from it. But we just need a little bit more, that in the community, man. Like keep the game nice, but just keep it urban. Like keep the music jazzy and all that fun stuff. Like I'm going to a lot of these spots and they got like that kind of music that just don't have you fully enjoying yourself. You know what I'm talking about if you've been out. I just want it to be in certain areas, not just one promoter, not just one DJ. And shout out to the promoters and DJs who are doing that. We just need collectively the community doing that. And if Sierra does get y'all involved or y'all getting out there trying to really, challenge that status quo, because at the end of the day, I think everybody like what's going on in Denver when it comes to just like a clean city, a new city, a city that looks like, that's got money. I mean, you can't be, sitting up in here broke. This ain't a city that you can sit around and broke in. But I just think we just need to have more nightlife and socialites really get out there and really kind of put a brand out there that creates the right vibe. I'm tired of looking at, and they're going to be mad at me. Okay, what's your thing? I'm just tired of looking at gang members putting together all these events. And I mean, I appreciate what you've come through and what you've gone through. I take nothing away from you, but it's like we just have these events that are just ran by that style of that style of community, and that's just not enough for us at this point. A lot of y'all old, man. That Fighting City Park don't count no more, man. We gotta at least start getting to a place where, I'm not saying wear skinny jeans, but you got a Cohart jacket on and your fit I shouldn't have said that. But look, I'm sorry. Don't at me. I'm just saying.
Charged Up Film says it seems like Colorado is more concerned about Sierra coming here. LOL, she should be the quarterback. Let me tell you, man. I seen Sierra in a couple of her videos.
I mean, we're starting to look.
I'm a little concerned with her coming here.
It's a power couple.
My eye is there.
So who said that? What's his name?
That was Charged Up Films.
Charged Up Films, man. Shout out to Charged Up Films. But yeah, we're looking at power couples. I think you and whoever you with should be like that. When you come out, whoever you with should be able to bring a certain side of it as well too. When Melo was here and Lala was doing her thing, I think that's what we doing nowadays, man. You ain't in no relationship for nothing. It should be a business.
Yeah.
I got the sports side. You get this entertainment side. Let's move the city.
Hey, I'm with you.
Beyonce, Jay-Z, I can keep going.
Mr. DG says, so disrespectful. Charged Up Films is hating. He's hating.
Wow. Okay. Well, we appreciate him commenting. Continue to do that. I just think it's good for us to have, power couples and branding going on in the city because we're primed and ready for that.
I'm with you.
Shout out to everybody that got a car they've been washing for the last couple of years and can't take it nowhere. I need you to be able to take your car somewhere, man.
I'm with you.
Pull up, man.
Steve Finch says last power couple here was the Elways.
What did Miss Elway do?
Janet?
Because I know Elway was drinking and thinking, boy, if you pulled up on Elway somewhere, boy, you was going to get lit.
Hey,
that boy be splashing it.
Best drinker in town.
What?
Best drinker in town.
Look, if you find a good steak and a good bourbon, Elway ain't too far.
Hey, he rolling around in the first Dodge Viper. All right, man. Let's keep it moving. You got other trades in the NFL. You got Khalil Mack going to the Chargers. What y'all think about that?
Back to the AFC West again, making it fun. Look, I'm telling you, the AFC West might be fun on paper until they start playing each other.
They're the best division for sure.
Because what's crazy is that with them all playing each other like that, somebody got to keep losing. So somebody will get exposed. One of you four teams going to get exposed because y'all keep seeing each other.
You got Joey Bosa over there. You got bookends. What you think of that combination? What y'all think of that combination?
That's a all-star combination. Healthy.
Mm-hmm.
What's happened to Khalil Mack in these past few years, man? Since Fangio left, I ain't really seen him doing what he was doing.
I mean, if just like when you look at your boy from the Rams, he ain't the sack leader for the year, right? But it's because of how much attention he takes. I seen Khalil grab somebody with one hand, throw him somewhere. I mean, and I'm not saying that's what makes you a great, NFL defensive lineman or rusher, but I think in general, I think he demands a lot of attention. So he needs to. Those kind of players need to be complimented. And when you see them complimented by somebody else that can get in there and mix it up, I think it makes for an awesome opportunity in a defensive, fronts. But I don't know right now. Their defense is on the field too much, man. With Chicago, you can't be on the field all game. Mm-hmm. Now I can come out here, for a series of plays to do something for you. But if y'all 3 and out for 4 quarters, I can't be but so effective. I'm tired.
We so good. What you think about the move, Robbie the Rocket?
The move, man. Hey, y'all division gonna be tough, like I said.
And let me say.
Y'all division gonna be tough. When I say something, I'm hating. So like I said,
I didn't say
y'all division gonna be tough. That was a good move for the Chargers. We keep it moving.
Let me say something about Jordan Payton, man. He's gonna probably be the NFL Executive of the Year. He should have been it last year. If he wasn't, he's probably gonna be it again this year. You talk about a guy who everybody was talking about Rodgers to the Broncos if he doesn't sign there, but immediately after. They said Rodgers was going back. 2 hours later, Denver Broncos, Russell Wilson stole the show from Aaron Rodgers and said, hey, man, you come in here, man. This is the news.
But if you think about it, though, and I'm not taking anything away from him, because, we got our own person, Howie. He does this thing over in Philly. But what I will say is that what was the issues? Like, who are y'all paying out here? It's not like they didn't have the money. Y'all got the drafts to be able to use, and y'all gonna have the money. Who is getting paid? And where's the Broncos? Who got a big contract right now for the Broncos?
Hey man, it's working right.
I'm just saying, who do? I don't think there's somebody out there who got a big contract. Vaughn's probably one of the last ones. Who got a big contract for him? So that's a prime opportunity. I mean, that's almost like, I'm not saying it's doing a job for him, but it definitely gives them a lot of tools to build a house.
Yeah, but
you got draft picks and you got a budget.
But we had the same thing last year, and it didn't work out well because you had Fangio here.
It did not work out.
You had Fangio here, so the dude he decided to make a play. Elway, I don't think Elway would have made that play.
Yeah, but I don't think Elway would have missed that tackle against my Eagles like Teddy Bridgewater did.
Come on, man. Elway wouldn't have threw that. Elway wouldn't have threw that pick. He wouldn't have threw that pick.
On the road to victory. Oh, sorry. Look, it was just in the playoffs. It's just playoff talk. My bad. Ain't no big deal.
Playoff talk, You're playing no fingerprints right there.
Here's the problem with the Broncos, though. Because you guys have so much fan support out here, and y'all out there, a lot of people, this is what ends up happening. I've been noticing that. They actually be watching these things. They just don't comment, like, or share, or, actually make, so you be thinking that they're not watching. They're really watching. There's a lot of Bronco fans watching this right now. The problem is there's so many Bronco fans, including the ones that think the Broncos is an actual gang. I had somebody run up on me one time. I was at the game with you. Yeah. I was at the game, and the dude ran up on me and said Broncos game or bang or don't bang or something. And he's like, Bronco gang. He threw up some fingers and stuff. I said, where are we at, man?
Bronco gang or don't bang.
Yeah, he was so aggressive. I'm like, man, what is... But anyway, y'all who watching this right now, who is on the Broncos set, y'all don't have enough patience with your team. Like any year, y'all miss a catch. It's like fire the coach. Somebody don't get 100 yards as a rusher. They be like fire the defensive coordinator. It don't even be adding up. Like what did the defensive coordinator have to do with this man running the ball? Like y'all just be so like they just won a Super Bowl. And you can at least have 5 years before you can add that kind of pressure to a team because they got to be able to rebuild and build. So when you have Super Bowls, players get paid and they leave. You can have a team and an opportunity to build, but y'all be so tough on these Broncos,
the worst team coming off a Super Bowl victory in the history of the league.
We're tough. Y'all tough. It's hard to be a Bronco out here, man. Like these dudes, they go from sugar to shit in a second. When you drop a pass, they be ready to catch the fade at the club. Wow.
If I say something like that, I'm hating. But you can say it.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
If I say something like that, I'm hating.
On the fan.
You don't say nothing but hating.
And I just think that the Broncos, it's actually a comment. I mean, it's actually a compliment to the Broncos.
I'm muting for the rest of the night.
No, we need you here. We're saying that the Broncos are and have been a team, but they be ready to fire Elway. They be ready to fire, like, everybody. There was a waitress in there that they're trying to fire.
If there's no success, you got to get rid of it. This is a win-now league.
I mean, but y'all, they can't even have a game that they, one missed catch. Y'all, man. I was in these posts with y'all.
We've had 6 years. We've had 6 years of sucking. It's not like this is like...
Yeah, but this is what happens. At the beginning of the year, y'all be like, Super Bowl, championship, right? That means the team is the team that you like, right? You're not saying, like, I don't like this team. Let's just see what we can get out of it. You be like, no, this is a Super Bowl team. And then they play a couple games and be like, no, they weak. Fire everybody. Well, then what happened to the team that you liked, game day one? It's like...
Shit wasn't right.
I appreciate that y'all fanning, but
you guys all start with y'all teams, and then... comes a time either they're not going to win it or not.
Yeah, but I personally like to see coaches get better. I like to see defenses and offenses get built and established. And I also, anybody who's really about their team has to appreciate that as well, too. You got to have a culture for your team.
Y'all just got rid of a Super Bowl winning coach.
I wasn't happy about that.
Y'all just got rid of a Super Bowl.
I wasn't happy about that. I was not.
Broncos for the ship.
I wrote a letter.
Stephanie P says 764 is the code. He says Watson free. We just spoke on it. Watson's free. Where's he going? We already picked our picks, and I said Tampa Bay or another team. But let's keep it moving.
Moving.
NFL off season. Now we're gonna get on to this NBA and on season with the NBA. Let's talk about what's going down in the NBA. You got big MVP races. You got Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic. You got Ja Morant in there. You got DeMar DeRozan. You got Giannis in there. So these are your top 5 right now.
All good picks.
And they all balling right now.
Yeah, good picks.
But I think that Embiid and Jokic are the two that's above everybody right now. In the battle, they say centers are not there, but these two centers are doing their thing right now.
I think it's for Joel Embiid to lose at this point. I think the only thing that'll keep him there, which happened last year, and this takes nothing away from the Joker, right? Because he was having a fantastic season, but there was a lot of heavy competition towards the end of that race, and they started getting hurt. So depending on how they finish this season here in the next whatever, it will determine really that. But I think this is Joel Embiid's to lose. If he's healthy, I think it'd be tough for him not to get the 9.
I think so too. I'm going with Joel Embiid.
I mean, I have a question for y'all. So do you guys think that Jokic deserved the MVP last year?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, he's having a better season than he had last year.
He's MVP.
So why wouldn't he be? Why is it Embiid? Why is it Embiid hands down?
Well, I think that I think Joel Embiid has had very dominant seasons previously, and he succumbed to injury. I think there was supposed to be stronger races. I think he won last year because he was one of the last men standing, and he earned it. And I think if we got to the end of the race this year again, and he's one of the last men standing, he should be in the conversation again.
Exactly.
I don't think at this point nobody you brought up is not in the running. I just think injury at this point is where it really starts playing a factor because it don't take much, and if one of these kids sit down for a couple weeks, that'll wrap it up. And Joel Embiid, unfortunately, he has been prone to do that.
Hey, shouts out to Joel Embiid though. He lasted this year though. He definitely did his thing this year. Because you usually looking for. He's going to miss 10 games here, 10 games there.
I think he's definitely missed 10 games this year. You think?
I don't think so.
I think he definitely missed 10 games. Somebody on there look that up. Fact check that.
I don't think so. 746 is the code. 764 is the code. Says you right. And now with Harden on the team, now these wins going to count and Joker's balling.
He's balling.
I mean, he's carrying his team like
Joker. You know who he reminds me of? Shout out to my Spurs. I've been such a fan for so long. He's like a Tim Duncan, where he don't really get off the ground. His moves and he just don't waste no moves. And that's something about for a big man. That's just something that's very unique to see. It's not exaggerated. He's not a very exaggerated player. He's like the Steven Seagal of centers and stuff. He just don't waste no moves. It'd be like pit, 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 pit. He'll tip it to himself, pop it in, lay it in. He'll bring it up the court. Look like he shouldn't be holding the ball, but he really do. And you look up and he to the well on you. You know, I seen a combo he put on somebody. He had like a little 5-piece combo on somebody, 4-piece combo he put on somebody. It was like, man, it was all slow. It was all methodical. But you had to bite on every one of the moves. Yeah. He just gave you like 3 or 4 of them and then put it in.
I'm gonna go with Jokic right now as my front runner. You guys both went with Embiid, right?
I'll say that, yeah.
You went with Embiid, Rocky? I mean, Robbie the Rocket.
Yeah, I go with Embiid.
I mean, John Moran, because I know you.
I like Moran, but I go with
Moran.
I like Moran, but I go with Embiid.
I mean, and let's speak on John Moran. I mean, I'm not giving him MVP love right now.
Okay.
But we got some videos of John Moran, man.
He's an
John
exciting
Moran
player.
is probably the most exciting player in the league.
I mean, he's an exciting player.
Why is he not? Why wasn't he in the dunk contest like that?
But there's certain things that he's not doing for his brand right now that I think he could be, that could really really elevate him to the next level. And I mean, part of that is things like that, the dunk contest, the skills contest, the 3-point contest. It's things that I think is to add to his bag. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, John Morant is definitely a slasher. He definitely is a punisher when it comes to driving to the hole. But this league breaks those. You got to be like LeBron size to really get away with that long term. Yeah, because you usually get injured.
Giannis and them.
I mean, well, if you think about some of the guards who have been like similar to that, like your boy, who was the kid out of Washington who kept getting hurt, and he was another slasher. John Wall. You have, historically, you can go down a list and see a lot of these young slashers who had significant runs, for a couple seasons. But if they didn't really pick that jump shot up, they usually got themselves in trouble after about season 3 or 4. And I think that's something that he definitely wants to establish early, is that he could shoot.
Well, he's going to definitely have to get a jump shot in this league. We got the videos pulled up of John Moran. I just want to show a couple things of what he did last week when he
put up the 50 ball.
When he hit the buzzer beater.
That was that game. He put up that 50 ball.
He hit the buzzer beater, and also in that same game, he put his nuts in the guy's face.
Disrespectful.
John Moran is a beast right now. You be good to go, Robbie the Rocket, on the video. All right.
First half for John Morant. They confirm by instant replay. Rebound by Adams, his 6th. Morant blows by Primo. Attack. Holy cow! That is unbelievable! Oh, wow! Not clear the defensive glass. Oh, Jakob Poeltl.
Look at this. Partner, take an elbow sandwich as I get to the rim.
I'll get you while you playing D. Somebody gonna put a hard screen on you, just bust you dead in the eye. They gonna open that cheek up, open up that forehead, open up that eyebrow. Isaiah, how many times you see Isaiah with his meat hanging out of his stuff, or Jordan with his meat hanging out? They gonna bust you up. And I'm not saying, nor do I condone that. This young man don't need to be getting punched in the face, but I will say that was something that you see that's different in this league, is that you can come down and do that consistently, and somebody can open up that that little cheek meat.
It ain't like it used to be. But let me tell you, out of those 2 plays, which one's more impressive, the little buzzer beater at the half or the dunk?
Dunk, for sure. I mean, anybody could throw the ball up in there, but that dunk put you in a different.
I was more impressed on that buzzer beater.
Okay.
Because he caught a pass, caught it, and then he just shot it. No hesitation.
All in one motion, man, like the love potion, man. Come on.
It wasn't like a dunk you would come and bash, and this was one like boom, and with nothing, no hesitation. Boom.
Memphis was just losing by 15. Now they losing by 9, man. They just made 6 straight. They losing to the Knicks right now.
Knicks pretty good.
Let's talk about Let's talk about the Bulls, because that was a team that you were big on early in the season, right?
Not only early in the season, but last year I called it when they were making all these key picks. But I also say that right now there's some injury bugs right now that's impacting them. Mm-hmm. Your boy Caruso right now, that's Big D Caruso, man. That guy he lock you up. He locked up your favorite point guard and be popping the ball out and keep you up at the top of the key, upset on an island. They dealing with some injuries. Especially Levine, he was out too. They was dealing with injuries.
I mean, let me speak on Chicago.
Still fourth in the NFC.
East. Both top 3 teams in both conferences, they haven't won a game against any of them.
I feel like you looked that up.
Hey man, this is just
I feel like you looked that up.
This is what I be doing, man.
Yeah, you looked that up. I feel like you looked it up for me.
Hey, it is for you. It is for you. I mean,
listen, you only got to play the top teams in one series of the playoffs. So, look, that's what they need to be worried about. You got to still get these wins against these bums until you get up to that game. So, they can, at the end of the day, but again, I will say this again, and I understand the stats that you looked up that there ain't on no paper, so I know you really did look them up. Shout out to him on that. They have been dealing with injuries to key players. Levine was the highlight of the USA men's team when they got to go. They have Caruso's been locking up all these cats, and when you got those key players injured, they're gonna lose big games, man. To top teams because that's who they need up there and out there.
You got DeMar DeRozan. We got a guy.
He's still nasty.
We got a guy in here who says that DeMar DeRozan has cost Zach LaVine money.
I don't know about that. Why would he do that? What do you do?
I mean, he's playing good. He's making Levine kind of expendable.
I think Levine earned his check with the men's USA team. If anything, they just came off of that, and I think how he started this season clearly looked like he is what he needs to be for that team. I think DeMar DeRozan. It's just like saying Ginobili made Parker lose money. I think if they're really trying to get to a certain place, you're going to have good players play together. And that's just, they got to play together.
You definitely are.
And that's one thing about my Spurs that was always such a blessing is that they could play together, man. It was not a lot of ego. Like, man, listen, Papa pull any of mine, cuss him out.
Hey. Shouts out to Popovich. Didn't he just
he went at 2000.
Didn't he just pass somebody?
Donnie Nelson.
Donnie Nelson is
Papa's one of my favorite people, man. Not just coach. He's
one of the best coaches in all of sports, hands down.
He's a good guy.
He's definitely consistent and keeps it going. Let's talk about the Miami Heat. We stick on the East. Talk about the Miami Heat. I believe they're still number 1 in the East. I don't see the Miami Heat doing much in the playoffs though.
I would not say that. They're a tough team.
Good defensive team.
They're a tough team. Mm-hmm. They're a tough, scrappy team. And they're still young when you talk about what they, when you compare them to what the rest of the league looks like, they're a tough team. And when you got Jimmy Buckets over there and Jimmy Buckets knows how to win. Call it what you want. He knows how to win. They're a tough team. I don't think there's no team excited to go play Miami. Now, you might be excited to be in Miami after the game's over, but to play Miami, they're a tough team, man.
At the 1-8, you might have Brooklyn and Miami. Brooklyn will put them out in the first round.
I don't buy into Brooklyn right now. They still have to figure out what are they?
Did you guys watch the game last night? But like, share, comment, repeat, retweet, do it all again on here on the AHRR Network. Subscribe for show. But did you guys watch the game last night?
I did not.
The big game. Y'all didn't watch the.
I wasn't impressed.
Y'all didn't watch Philly versus.
I've been watching college, man. These tournaments is in there, man. These conferences is in there. I've been watching.
It's conference.
Yeah, I've been watching that, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know what Colorado. I don't know what the score is right now, but I think Colorado, if they beat Arizona, man, they're gonna punch their ticket in.
They look good. Virginia Tech looks good. There's some teams out there that look like they coming to play, man. Well, unfortunately, I have been watching college, so that's the only thing that's been keeping me from it, but. It's just March Madness, man. You got to watch that.
Hey, buzzer beaters, you got to stay up on it. Let's speaking of the game last night, man. KD, man, he went out there and was the straight assassin. He came out there, he was not playing, got knocked down by Joel Embiid, get up, get right back in his face. But he said they came in there to prove a point. They said, hey, Ben Simmons, we got your back. We got your back. You ain't got to worry about none of this.
Does Ben Simmons have their back is the question. That's the number one question that I think teams, GMs, players, and peers have been asking for a minute. whose back does Ben got? And that takes nothing away from your statement. It's just really asking that progressive question.
I'm in total agreement.
Whose back does he got?
I'm in total agreement, and he has his psychologist back, obviously, because he's taking a long mental break.
Man, when he was hooping with the cell phone in his pocket, though, like I was disappointed.
Do we have the?
I was disappointed.
Do we got the Kevin Durant? We got the Kevin Durant interview when he's talking about Ben Simmons.
No,
we don't got that going.
So if he is queuing it up, let me ask you a question. I asked it off camera, and I'm gonna ask you again, Kel. Is Kevin Durant a great basketball player or a great leader?
Great. So. Yeah. Oh, great basketball player learning how to be a leader.
Well, I mean, how long has he been in the league?
Man, sometimes
15 years.
Sometimes it takes a while to become a leader, man.
15 years?
Sometimes it could take that. You're just in the right position to be that. Now he's that vocal leader.
Oh, okay.
But he's a great player, though. Great player, though.
Okay.
Let's check out the video. Let's see.
Here we go.
We look at Ben as our brother, so we knew that this was a hostile environment, and we knew that he didn't have an opportunity to play, so we wanted to come out there, had him focus on the court more so than just always focusing on him. So they focused on the court tonight, and it's hard for you to chant at Ben Simmons when you lose him by that much.
Start leading by
you talking about a guy. You talk about a
what
guy.
What Martin Luther King?
You talk
ashy hands. What a Malcolm X?
You talking about a guy who leads by himself.
Sunroof down like this. Like I'm not saying he can't, and I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying. Some of those things, leading by example, means the off-court antics, the ghost accounts. We talked about that too. The spats on the floor with other players. The leaving his team when he wasn't able to beat another team. The leaving that team when they didn't recognize him as being the leader of that team. The coming to this team and not being a vocal leader about what's going on with his players, including Kyrie when he did or didn't want to play, or he did or didn't want to get poked up. These are things that I'm just saying as leaders, you got to have those tough questions. Like they going to put the mic in LeBron's face, and he's got to have that conversation. And he's got to be a leader on the court because people got to want to come play with him. I feel like I hate to say this. I think KD goes to play with people. People don't go to play with KD.
Hey, go speak, Robbie.
History says they leave him where he at.
Well, he had to leave Russ. We
don't know yet.
Why? We don't know yet. Because we obviously see it. Russ is the problem everywhere he goes.
I mean, but this is the thing is that Shaq brought up a great point about Russ, and I think that teams have to understand what he brings to the table. First of all, y'all got to chill with that LeBrick stuff, man. Like, y'all, that's childish, man. Yeah, Westbrook. Y'all being childish. Like, at a certain point, it's just childish. Clearly, he's not making the shot. Clearly. But when this man is in here coming to y'all talking about his wife and his kids, like, y'all grow up, man. Listen, all y'all grow up. Like, this comment era that we in right now, where everybody just get on these comments and just say anything. They go to the game with that same energy. Just like, yeah. That's why if you notice these players recently just been out there just turning around and talking straight to the people. Like, hey, you in row 4, like, shut up, D. Like, why are you talking crazy?
Get him out of here.
Man? Because they be out here wilding. Like, you can't just dog them in the mouth. Like, this is the problem where it's like these people just be childish. Heckling
didn't just start.
Yeah, but you can say boo and all that. I'm not saying that there's not a boo. Boo button still work.
Back in the day.
You can't call him Russell Westbrook.
This is childish, man.
That's what you sign up for, though.
I mean, listen, they get paid. I ain't going to tell them you got to quit and leave, but I'm just telling y'all as fans, you're childish.
They say, F you, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, what is that? Y'all be wilding, man. I mean, I just think sometimes
we're talking about the guy,
the
worst three-point shooter in the league. Worst three-point shooter in the league.
He's not the best shooter.
We
clearly understand that.
Worst. 3-point shooter in the league in qualifying attempts.
Okay, that's fair. I get it.
Don't shoot the three no more.
But what I'm saying is that let's say he don't and let's say he do. Clearly, we understand that he's not a perennial shooter and all that. But what I was getting, my original point was that what Westbrook brought to the table with a lot of those teams is that he picked up the intensity and speed of the game. He pushes the ball. And if you understand that about his game, you understand how to play around that. There were certain teams like the Nuggets for years was a high energy, high tempo, up tempo team. They could use a type of player that pushes the rock. They flourished in that for years. So it's not like he doesn't have and bring a skill set to the game. I just think we're asking things that like nobody, like even Shaq when he missed shots. After a while, they just stopped saying that and just called it Hacker Shaq. They just got past it. They was like, he just don't hit free throws.
But at the same time, Russell Westbrook has had this storied career, and he's not been on the big TV, big stages in being in LA. In LA, you're expected to win championships and do things. So everything that Russell Westbrook has been doing has been getting exposed. He's getting exposed right now. Oh yeah, we watched him get several years of getting triple doubles, but every single one of those years, Russell Westbrook led the league in turnovers. So this is just being more exposed. This is nothing new. The bad shots are nothing new. He's just being exposed. He's on a national platform. The Lakers shouldn't be getting seen every day on TNT, NBA TV on Saturday night. So now he's getting exposed. And to the comments, TJ says free Brittany Griner. He's speaking of Kevin Durant leaving people is what you said, or he left Russ, he left Draymond. He did leave some people at that time. What up says dudes are sensitive and they get paid buku bucks. And he's too sensitive. You getting paid all that money. I believe, hey, man.
I mean, I think that's fair, and I get it. Let's just say you are getting money at whatever your job is. Let's just say you getting your money. You might be in the pipe fitting. You might be in whatever. If somebody's at your job just like, man, I don't think you're doing a good job, you be like, whatever, man, I'm getting paid to do this. You meet all the specs. But if somebody's just like, what's your name? And they be like, yeah, they start changing your name. It's not that they can't do it. So look, what I'm saying is y'all can do it. If y'all really childish like that and that's how you spend your day calling people out their name, that's fine. I'm just saying it's childish.
He was cool when they was calling him Brody. It was good when they was calling him Brody.
I'm not even a big Westbrook fan.
When they was calling
I
him
just
Brody,
like, could you imagine you sitting next to somebody and they yelling at the whole game? You just keep looking over at them like,
make a shot. Make a shot.
It's so excited. Excited. I did it. I said it too. I said it.
85 SR5 said there's a difference between heckling and threatening and talking about your family. Ain't nobody just calling him Russell Westbrook.
I mean, that's the nicest thing they said. Like, they was getting out of hand. They be doing that to LeBron too. Like, I think LeBron this is last year. He just be in the fans dogging these people in the mouth. Like, I personally feel like you really say that to people because everybody in this internet and comment section world feels safe. Until you start having a malice in the palace where you go up there and dog a couple fans in the mouth.
You see them bricks?
Look, I'm not a big Westbrook fan.
Steve Fish says push the tempo. TJ says let help put Russ in a bad situation.
It just wasn't a good fit. They too old. Like what Westbrook brings to it, he's too old, man. He was hyperextending the thigh muscles and stuff. Like, you running way too fast.
What up says Westbrook makes excuses but never blames himself.
Who, Westbrook? Yeah. Look, I'm not a big Westbrook fan. I just think when you look at people, like if you happen to be over at somebody's house and they happen to have their phone out and they was like in somebody's comic book, like, you're ugly, you're stupid, and they were just sitting there, if you just happen to see what they was doing, you'd be like, man, you look like that seemed corny, man. You ain't got nothing else you got going on. That's all I'm saying to it. I'm not saying that he ain't a good player. I'm just saying, look at him. The Lakers is just an old team, man. And everybody said, we talked about that last year. It was like the team is just come this period of the season. We said what? They was going to be hurt. They wasn't going to be able to get it done. I get what they thinking, but it's just they're an older team, and these young boys like to push the ball. It's going to hyperextend something.
I was young when LeBron and Melo was young. Big
facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. Come on, Robbie the Rocket, you ain't saying much. You know, you ain't saying much.
I call them the fakers. That's what I'm saying. I ain't really, I don't even look at the fakers. I don't even talk about the fakers. Yeah,
I hear you.
I leave them out the way because
But we gonna get to the second half. We're gonna talk a little something more serious on Fired Up Friday. But shouts out to Eastern Thunder Ridge. They playing right now in the Final Four for the Colorado High School State Championship.
Yeah, man.
And also you got Chaparral and Fossil Ridge coming up at 8:30. So you got to watch them if you out there, man. Get to the Coliseum, go check them out. I checked them out. We had a good brand of basketball last week, Saturday, representing Colorado high school basketball. And shouts out to the girls. The girls finalists. You got Grandview versus Valor, who's playing in the finals. So that should definitely be a banger. But you know what? Here on the AHRR Network, we like to share, comment, repeat, retweet, do it all again. Subscribe and ride, and let's go. We going to the second half real quick. Let's get it.
Hey, you getting that down? Oh man.
Welcome back to the second half of Game Point Sports. We got my man C-Bo, Robbie the Rocket. I am Goodnight. And check it out, without a doubt, man. We here, and we here to stay and ain't playing. We going to take it Fired Up Friday. So we got a couple little topics that we talking about that might get you fired up or it might not get you fired up. But first thing we going to talk about is Ryan Coogler. My boy C-Bo just put me up on it. I had seen it, but I didn't even read into it, but I just read into it a little bit. Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther, was sitting in the bank trying to get his bread up in Atlanta.
Bay Area product.
Trying to get his bread. He said, "Hey, I need $12,000, I believe it was."
Yeah, man.
And he wrote a letter to the teller or whatever, like kind of make it discreet.
Always your own people as a black chick.
Kind of make it discreet. And next thing you know, they kept giving him the runaround. Hey, Mr. Coogler, 5 more minutes. Our safe is temporarily locked or whatever. We can't get the money right now. Whatever excuses that, and that's, when they start doing that, they coming back with the police.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so the issue is that he's making a valid point. Like, this is not my hometown. I'm at a random bank. I don't want to have you guys counting out $12,000 on it with the whole money machine fluttering through while everybody behind me and around me. I need this. I'm gonna give it to you on a piece of paper on what I need. He filled out his bank slip. He had his actual debit card. He had his ID. He provided all of those items to the teller, and she still called the fuzz on him because they said it was an alert. Clearly, there's going to be an alert because he's asking for $12,000 in cash. But these are identifying items that is supposed to be able to support and protect your PII, which is your personal information that you were supposed to have to say, okay, this is the person we need. And if there's any issue with that, you can you do have options in the bank where your bank manager can come in there and say, hey, we may need you to pull your mask down, or we may take you into this additional room just to make sure we have the right amount or the right
Let's check it out. Let's check it out and see.
There's options.
We got it right now. Let's check it out and see what they talking about.
And the cop pulled a piece on him. for a second.
I want to see that.
It came out the holster. You might as well pull it on me if it come out the holster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, you're back.
Nah, man, we ain't with it.
Man, what we think of, he gave them his ID, his pen, and his bank account.
What else is left?
Hold on. 85 Toyota SR5 says, did them dirty in Atlanta. Steve Finch says, I thought everyone buried their money. 85 Toyota SR5 says he gave it.
He done already got his Friday started. Shout out to my man over there. He had his own Friday. Yeah, he already got his Friday started.
He said 85 Toyota SR5 said he gave him his ID, his pen, and the bank account number.
What else is left?
Fingerprints.
No fingerprints.
Hey,
what's your mother's maiden name?
How do
You can get them all that stuff. What's your favorite pet?
This is not a bank robber note, first of all.
Yeah, it's not give me all your money.
Yeah, don't give me your fucking money.
Here's my ID and here's my debit card and here's my pen. What is that?
How that even
Who robs banks like that?
It don't even make no sense.
Disappointing. And whoever that is, you're uncultured. You're uncultured. You should have at least seen his name when he handed over all that stuff, and then you'd have been like, Ryan Coogler. Oh, okay. I at least want to check on that just to see if he legit.
Yeah.
That's at least got your attention. She didn't do that. She was just like, I'm telling.
I got one.
Telling?
I have one.
Yeah, she knew she was going to get a raise. Like, that's what she was doing. She was like, man, I finally got, if you see something, say something.
Yeah.
She was like, she was super excited about that. Like, that's what you guys wanted me to do, right?
But look how he came in there, though.
I was looking.
I mean,
but this, let's be honest, that's what everybody look like now.
Right now, this is mass situation. Everybody's masked up.
She got on a mask. She could be trying to rob me.
Everybody's masked up.
He the one that's rich. And between her, the teller, and him, he the one that's rich.
Yeah.
You could be trying to rob me. She got on the face mask too. If you need some support from me, let's go to this back room and let's go figure that part out. But you don't just go in there with no pistol, no nothing, talking about give me all your money and then something like that. Well, because that's not what happened. And he gave you.
He didn't give him a robber's note. He gave him the information. So
he gave him all his personal information.
It was definitely wrong. It was no mistaking. It was a straight asshole move. I want to let's term a word here on the game point.
Okay.
What are we going to call the black Karens?
I'm not going to.
I'm not either.
I don't want the smoke.
I don't want the smoke either.
I'm going to refrain from the smoke this evening.
Oh man,
me too.
Y'all gonna refrain?
I'll let you call that one, brother.
Man, I'm not going.
I don't want to eat on me.
All I'm saying is,
on me.
this is all I've been saying is that this is, and I've talked about this before.
She's just a Karen.
Everybody be talking about they ain't no snitch, right? All the females on here that's listening right now. All of them be like, I ain't no snitch, I ain't no snitch, I ain't no snitch. Mess up their order and bet they don't ask for a manager. Come late, bet they don't ask for a manager. Be doing something else in the office when they get in trouble. Bet they don't be throwing somebody else in the bus too. Like, I ain't the only one late.
Steve Finch says money's the root of all evil. What up says we would call him Sharkadesia.
Sarkeesian.
Is that what you know?
No, Sarkeesian.
Sarkeesian.
They say Sharkadesia.
I think that's where he wanted it.
Sarkeesian then. Let's call it then. Let's call it whatever.
Shout out to my man.
Shout out to what up.
I don't want no smoke.
But I think that was pretty messed up.
Just unfortunately, she's uncultured, and it made for a bad situation. I mean, I said all that to say this is that, you know, technically, I think she was trying to do her job. I don't think it was malicious in what she was trying to do. I just think, unfortunately, with the policies that the banks have nowadays, and I know I've had my fair share around finances. I'll tell you that there are things in place that could properly identify your customer base, and they don't be put in that position. So I do think with them having a multimillionaire as a client, that is unfortunate, and that could cost them business and money in the future because there's somebody now who might have equal or more resources than a Ryan Coogler and feel like they're not comfortable to put their money in that bank, and that's really the backlash of it. That woman, I'm just messing with her. She, at the end of the day, she thought she was doing the right thing.
I mean, there's checks and balances, and she definitely didn't follow them. Mr. DG says fuck 12. Johnny Doe says fire ass. What up? What up? Says she sucks.
Oh.
Put her in the box with Tisha Campbell. Stephanie P says call him Debbie.
They fired up on Friday.
Call him Debbie.
Call him Debbie, not Akeisha. I didn't say that. I'm just saying Akeisha seems like a Karen type of name. Keisha.
Keisha. A lot of Keishas out here, man.
And I take nothing away from the Keishas. I'm just saying, for an argument's sake, but I want no smoke.
Hey, man, send it to...
Shout out to all the Keishas out there that don't tell.
Send that to Sebo at...
Hey, listen, and all I'm going to say right now is if you're a Keisha and you about to add me, all I'm saying is you better not have asked for a manager at no establishment. That's all I'm saying.
What up said, that's my name. Fuck no, not Keisha.
See, I told you. I didn't want the smoke. I knew that was Keisha. Keisha, I appreciate your existence on Earth, but don't be asked for no managers either, because that's still snitching. You know, they be always trying to get somebody fired.
Hey, we'll call a manager.
They will call a manager like, why are you always trying to get people fired?
I almost got kicked out the DMV today, fucking around.
Man.
Fucking around when a manager got called for no reason. Yeah.
I was in Parker today. I thought I was going to get...
Oh, you getting lamb.
Hey. But anyways, all right, before we get up out of here, man, we're going to talk about what we think about this Ukraine and Russia situation and how it's affecting. I know it's affecting the gas prices like that. Never seen it this high ever in my life, I don't think. And, I mean, what are y'all thoughts? What's your overall thoughts on it, Robbie the Rocket?
All right, I'm going to start off, and I'll let y'all go. There's a saying today, nobody don't take this the wrong way.
Oh, shit.
I pray to God I don't say that the wrong way.
Don't say it the wrong way.
I'm trying to say it and word it right.
Before you speak, man.
I feel it's coming.
So I'm laughing when he said it.
Give me your email address, man.
Look, and I'm not racist or nothing.
Oh, my God.
Shit.
Here we go.
He's like, why we worried about them people? Let me just say that. They ain't worried about us. Why are you worried about them type of people when they ain't worried about us?
It affects our economy.
I know okay. Why we not drilling on our own soil when we got a place to drill?
We are doing more drilling this year, and this is the first year of Biden's administration. They've drilled more than they did in Trump's first year in his administration. They are drilling. We only use 1% of Russia's oil, crude oil, so we don't technically need oil. But that's like the stock market. All it takes is a scare, and it's going to impact our economy, and we're seeing it. You know, we've already had impact with inflation because of, you know, a lot of money that we've had to dole out, you know, and we're seeing an impact in gas prices because of, you know, a scare.
Gas prices,
perception,
gas prices, and everything else. You know, they trying to cut Russia off, man, and it's messed up out here. Steve Finch says, we don't want no war with Russia, but we'll supply weapons.
All I'm saying is, I mean, nobody wants a war with us. Nobody steps on.
We had a war with Russia already, didn't we?
No, it was the Cold War.
So, we was like, kill
what we was doing was like basically just saying, this was back when we used to be able to blow smoke. Everybody did. Everybody was blowing smoke back 50 years ago. You could say anything. You'd be like, I got a super big missile and it's pointed at you right now. Yeah. We go nowadays be like, no, we looked at your uranium. We looked at all the things that it takes to make a bomb. Y'all ain't had none of that coming to your country in the last 20 years. You ain't got no big bomb. You ain't got no big bomb.
The Cold Cold War, and this is differently. The Cold War, everybody was scared of the button. Everybody was like, man, you got his hand, you press that button, it's over. Press that button, it's over.
Ain't nobody. Listen, this is a world economy. We all need each other. Anytime you have somebody like, I'm not even going to say Putin, I'm just saying when you have leaders or dictators who don't have and are not elected in and they don't have rotations like we do here in the States, you have people who get comfortable with a certain level of power. And I mean, Putin has been in power over there for 24 years. So, I mean, it's been 24 years. So, I mean, clearly he's gotten comfortable with a certain way that what he wants to see, and he's been a part of a lot of decisions for the last 24 years. We got 8 years tops, and we can always, which is almost a good thing because we can always blame it on the last administration if it got weird. Like, nah, that was Trump. We ain't like that. We ain't like Trump.
Johnny Doe says war has always been big money for both sides, and both sides and the arms supplier. What up says it's all a money game. Follow the falling dollars.
I will say this: Ukrainians got hands. They got hands. You're not just gonna walk in there. They are a country that has been built, formed, and has a history of war. Their great-great-great-grandfathers have been in, similar, conflicts and interactions with all those countries around each other. Or Europe has been fighting each other. All of them. They've been taking turns. They've been squabbing since they've been squabbing.
They get
Israelites.
Yeah, they squab. They put on sunscreen and fight.
For real.
They squab.
TJ says, man, the way they say pray for Ukraine, but they doing Africans dirty over there.
African students did have some issues for a while getting out of the country. That is something that needs to be addressed. But by Africans, where y'all from? Go get your African people and go to your African consulate. Go to your African ambassadors. Go to your African embassy and get your African people out of there. Africans don't consider us Africans. We are Black Americans.
Yeah, you are with
we are Black Americans.
Stephen says, man, it was part of Russia. Let them have it. No nukes. I mean, it definitely was part of Russia. It was definitely part of Russia when the Soviet Union went down. That was one of the people that separated from the Soviet Union. One of the countries that separated, and like you said, Ukraine, man, they basically Russians too, man. They are with the shit. They ain't scared. They just don't got enough artillery and stuff to fight back. And
I'll tell you right now, a Ukrainian or a Russian right now to this day in this city at your local bar will fight you. You're not gonna be able to pull that card out and be like, "What's up?" They gonna fight you. They gonna fight you. They gonna fight you.
They have a different type of fight.
They gonna fight. They
gonna kill you.
They might fight. They might fight to the death.
They be kicking. They be kicking. Like,
I wouldn't even mess with them.
We had a Russian security at the Russian palace. Was like, man, you know how many people he didn't kick? he didn't kick. Like, he was kicking, like, he probably kicked, like, between 23 and 36 people a season every year.
All of them sound like Drago.
He would kick.
Georgia Film says, I bet y'all prefer to have Trump back in office. No war. Gas was $1.78. No one was on the streets or stores. And stimulus checks for everyone.
They saying that we should.
They wasn't scared of Putin.
So I'm trying to understand the comment. Is she saying that we want Trump in office?
He said, yeah. He said you.
He missed Trump. I'm gonna say this.
We would prefer to have.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this. One thing about him, we may not like what the man do or did, but at least he said he was gonna do what he was gonna do.
Okay, where the wall at?
Because your cousin stopped that. Because
okay, where the wall?
The new administrator stopped that. I ain't know. I'm just going on. Look, you can't go. Can I just say this? I'm leaving it alone. You can't go. We going on what's right and wrong sometimes. I know you might be a fan of this person. Okay, you might be a fan of this person. I wasn't a fan of Trump. But one thing I say, whatever he said, he did.
I don't believe he did.
Let me tell you.
I'm saying, like, if he said he gonna shut the country down, he shut it down.
Let me tell you one thing that he did.
If he said he gonna shut it down,
let me tell you one thing that he didn't do. This was a guy who came in the office talking about, I want to close borders, I want to do this and I want to do that. When it was time to close borders, when the coronavirus was getting sticky, when it was time to close borders and stop all this shit, he didn't close a goddamn thing until it's too late.
Right. I'm not
gonna get into trouble.
I'm not taking away from that. I'm just saying whatever that man said he was gonna do in terms of, you may not like what he said he was gonna do.
Did he bring coal back? He said he was gonna bring coal back.
I don't know nothing about those coal factories. I'm just saying that the man said he's gonna shut the city down. He gonna shut the city down. Shut down. He gave you a stimulus check. The gas was down. Everything was down. Niggas was making money. Motherfuckers going back to work. Motherfuckers was working on your dollar.
That's
not my dollar. You know what I'm saying? But I don't go in
764 as a code says, man, we can care less about the neo-Nazi in Ukraine and African
real black power.
Do we West Africans in America stop it? So I guess he says we don't care about the neo-Nazi in Ukraine and the Africans. Do we West Africans in America stop it? Steve Finch says, what about the Russian mafia here? Hey, shit, they doing their thing.
I guess. I don't know.
He 764 is the code, said he closed China, fooled the Democrats in Congress, stopped them. Trump, what up, says Trump was the best U.S. president for the people, U.S. since Lyndon B. Johnson. Stephanie P. says Trump 2024.
Trump.
Trump about to win again, huh?
That Trump had his money. Trump had niggas right. I don't fuck with dude. I wouldn't vote for him in 24, but he had niggas right. I don't fuck with dude. And look, everyone like my nigga said, roll up was to hold up, facts over feelings. All these niggas will get exposed. We gonna start exposing niggas. Niggas will get exposed in these next 2 years on the Democrats, the Republicans, the liberals. Everybody about to get exposed in these next few years.
Who's gonna expose them?
They self. They gonna get exposed by themselves. Like all the stuff they said they was going to do and say what they was gonna do, and they gonna expose them. They was liars. Liars.
We already know politicians are liars.
No. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it alone. Because I thought about this for a long time. Sometimes we get brainwashed, but we don't look at it for ourselves.
Oh, hey. Johnny Doe says I prefer to have Trump right about now. Facts over feelings. That's 746 is code. What up? Says y'all sound crazy. Politics is over y'all head.
It is. I don't debate one thing my mom and daddy say, don't debate politics and religion. So I'm not going, you got your opinion, he got his opinion, we gonna be here all day debating. I don't got nothing to say because I don't even vote like that. So I don't even care.
Can I ask a question? Is Clubhouse the new streets? Like, I see a lot of activity on Clubhouse that seems very street-ish.
Anywhere WAC 100 is streetish.
It feels street-ish. Well, I ain't really seen WAC. WAC has 73 fades out there right now. You got to cash in at least 20 of them.
Oh, he ain't cashing in nothing, man.
I'm just saying. I feel like Clubhouse is the new streets. It seems very antisocial.
I don't even know hey, y'all look. I'm old school.
Well, you had to listen to it. You had to listen to it.
You got to show me about it. I don't even know what no Clubhouse is. I ain't gonna
lie. Hey, man, everybody, man, thanks for chiming in, man. This is Season 5, Episode 15. We got my man Sibo, Robbie the Rocket, no fingerprints. This is Gang Point Sports. We in it to win it, man. Just speak on your thing, man. Midas says, man, Charleston White cuts WAC 100 out on the third. Hey, did you hear that one?
Charleston White is probably one of my most. He's a person that has me the most intrigued in all of the internet. I can't help it. I cannot turn away from Charleston White. He gets my full attention, whether I want to give it to him or not. I can't help it.
Man, Charleston, I like Charleston White, man. He just sounds a little bit too much like Cat Williams a little bit, man. He just got this Cat Williams type, but he be saying some stuff.
Man, listen. If we could get it, I couldn't even, like, if he came in here right now, we was going to interview Charleston, like, I wouldn't even have, like, he was on 85 South, he was giving them kids a business. He's a different cut of dude when it comes to his verbal persuasion and ability. He's one of them, man. He's just something to hear.
He might have said you sound like a Tommy Sotomayor fan. Is that me? I like Charleston White though, man.
Charleston White is definitely somebody that if you haven't, just if you get bored, take if you got a few minutes. Obviously, I don't want to get nobody, to put in more screen time than they need to. But if you got a few minutes, maybe you're waiting in line, maybe you got clothes in the dryer and you wait for them to dry. If you check on Charleston White and pull up about 5 things he's on, I feel like there's going to be enough that's going to keep your attention. Something about that dude, man. He's a different animal. Check out Charleston White, man, up there on you will be thoroughly entertained.
Yeah, you will be entertained, man. He gonna say some stuff that you ain't never heard, man. He gonna say some shit that
Here's
you
a
ain't
question:
never heard.
Bel Air or Snowfall?
Snowfall.
No. I went Bel Air on this season. Snowfall ain't got me like I thought.
And Bel Air surprised you like you didn't think, right?
That Hillary. That Hillary.
I can't stand. Listen, I can't stand Carlton.
I can't stand Carlton.
I can't stand
Jeffrey
Carlton.
the Bob. Jeffrey the nigga. I love Jeffrey Dahmer. The Dahmer is the hitter. Hillary is the truth. Jazz is the truth. Will he here, but Jazz and that Hillary the truth. Out of all of the mama, I like the mama too though. The mama's sexy. The mama can get it. The mama can get it. The Playboy finna give it to her. That Painter, he finna give it. Hey, remember
this season Snowfall or the current or active season of Bel Air? You're saying Bel Air.
I'm saying Bel Air over the.
You're saying Snowfall.
Yeah.
And you've seen all the Bel Air episodes.
Yep. I just watch it today.
I would at this point. I may have to say Bel Air right now has got my full attention. I have been thoroughly surprised and impressed with the way they put that show together and how they've really just stayed away from all of the typical things we expected to see from the
original,
the Fresh Prince characters, and really spun it. Oh, he put that together, man. Shout out to y'all.
Oh, the way they switched it up. And the way they switched it up, and you still have some of the old. You have the old story, but now you got the backing behind it.
But it's like today's age, what's going on right now. So it's like it's modern day time now. It's not like where that old school like Will Smith was like. They got our day and how the motherfuckers be fitted. That motherfucker Will Smith.
Y'all chime in. Snowfall or Bel Air? Chime in when you hear that.
Will fill him up says Vivian's for the streets.
Vivian's for the streets. Blow up.
She's from the streets. She's from the streets of Philly.
She said that 50 came out when she cussed that lady.
Phil Berry the whole bitch. It's okay. Literally.
Man, she's an artist. She's an artist.
No, she told that man basically like the painter for the blast. Period. He's gonna blast me. He has my heart. Nah, man. And you tell me that like
I'm not even gonna go there, but man, let me tell y'all something, man. This was a great show. I tried to get up out of here earlier, but man, we about to get up out of here right now, man. It is the 15th episode, season 5, here on the R Network. This is Game Point Sports. We got my man Sebo. Thanks for coming up. Robbie the Rocket, we in the house. It's no fingerprints. And like we say, we like to like, share, comment, repeat, retweet, and do it all again. Subscribe button and hear that notification bell and give them hell. We out.
Awesome.